All right, we're at the bigger books now. This next one's gonna take us a while to get through. But first, we need to get started. Here on Cosmere Chronicles, the podcast we follow two first-time readers, Justin and Sheta, who chronicled their journey through Brandon Sanderson's Cosmere series. On today's episode, we'll be previewing the Stormlight Archive, The Way of Kings. So now, let's throw it over to the host of Cosmere Chronicles. This is Joe. Thank you, Joe. Yep, as you heard, everyone, I'm Joe, and we are back here for Cosmere Chronicles, and I'm once again joined by Justin and Sheta.
Word up with your bird up.
Howdy.
Yep, and we are here for, as you heard in the intro, if you didn't skip it, we're here to give our preview for The Way of Kings.
And if you did skip it, you're fired. You're not allowed to listen anymore. We want every second listened to. That's how important we are. Oh, wait, I wasn't talking at that part. Never mind. You can skip it.
This is probably a book that a lot of people have been waiting for, because, I would say that Sanderson's two biggest series are probably Stormlight Archive and Mistborn.
Yes.
Yep.
Excited.
Yep. And if anybody, if you're just tuning into this episode because you saw, oh hey, they're talking about The Way of Kings. I just read Way of Kings. I will warn you that the way our podcast works is anything we've read before, we may bring it up and discuss it again. So the Mistborn trilogy, Elantris, Warbreaker, The Emperor's Soul, White Sand, any of that stuff is going to be free game for us to talk about. So if you have not read that, there's a chance you might get spoiled if you continue to listen to our coverage of The Way of Kings. That's my disclaimer.
There's not a chance. You will get spoiled. There's no chance about it. We will be referencing, 100%.
Yep, and for me personally, I said it last week on our Cosmere check-in episode. If you didn't listen to it, I'll just say it again. This book here was my first solo Brandon Sanderson book that I've read. I did read his when he did The Wheel of Time, but it was his writing, he was using Robert Jordan's characters. So this was his first book of his own that I picked up and read. Yep, and just a little background stuff. The Way of Kings. This book was published August 31st, 2010. So about a year after Warbreaker is when this got published.
Jeez, that's fast.
Yeah. Wow.
I wish some writers could get stuff out that pace. No names dropped here.
Just the initials J.
Yes,
Yeah.
J. That's the name. That's the initial, Shada. J. Jorge R.R. Martin, just like you said, Shada.
Yeah.
With a J.
J and an R.
All Justin, if you want to know about other stuff he was getting published besides because like I said, Warbreaker was 2009. Also, in 2009 was the first of his Wheel of Time books that he wrote, and then in 2010, the second of those 3 Wheel of Time books that he wrote.
Man, this guy's a machine.
And trust me, those Wheel of Time books, those are not short books.
No.
They're roughly about the same length as this book we're about to read. So we're gonna go into this new series through osmosis. You two have heard people just mention like the Stormlight Archive and stuff like that, and some of those 1-star reviews we've had. So I'm just curious, what are you expecting going into this book? What are you looking forward to? And kind of what do you want to see in this book?
You go first, Shida.
I don't know. I guess I just have in my head the vision of a lighthouse. So, and I don't know. I expect a lot of the stuff we've kind of seen, but kind of thrown into maximum. Like, if it's a archive too, I expect studying up the wazoo, like everyone's studying and or like researching and
You think
taking
the
notes.
most popular series is just a bunch of characters studying and taking notes?
Yeah, but cranked to 11. Like, I mean, it's popular. They're studying, they're learning magic, they're fighting storms and wars, But other than that, Yeah. But I do expect something like wild that we've not really seen yet. Because there's usually a pretty big like gimmick to every book. So
I can't help but think of the Jedi archives for some reason, so I imagine it's a bunch of monks archive, and that's about as far as my just initial expectation goes. Other than that, I have absolutely no idea what this could possibly be about. I don't think it'll have a lighthouse, though, just because of the word light in the title. I do think there'll be an
Stormlight.
archive of some kind. I do agree with that. Maybe similar to the reservoir of books in Elantris, with all this ancient knowledge, right?
Mm-hmm.
I also, yeah, what I want to see is a war of some sort. I felt so gypped out of that last book we read when they were like, "Oh, war's coming! It's a war breaker," and then a war never really came except off screen.
Yeah.
All right, and then the other question I'm going to ask is because we've read both Mistborn, which was like a multiple books in a series, and then we've read a few different kind of one-shot books, Elantris, Warbreaker. I guess kind of White Sand counts in that. So since we're going into another like longer series like Mistborn, what are you looking forward to with that?
Pretty big, epic, I guess. Because Mistborn kind of blew my mind about how big of a scope it was.
Mm-hmm.
Like literally saving their world from destruction. So something on that scale.
I completely agree with that. Being able to have time to flesh out the world, actually friggin' see some stuff again like we did before. Have some pretty big revelations.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, twists and turns, mind benders.
Pretty crazy.
I hope.
Mm-hmm.
So then, how about we get to looking at the covers, because there are a lot of covers for this one, and I did not even get them all, because some of them were just like Spain was kind of boring, where it just showed like a cliff, and that was it, where it's like, with how many, I need to cut this out.
Okay.
Because since it's a longer book, some of these countries, they split the book into two, so we're getting that, and then similar to some of those later Mistborn ones, it's a popular series, so we had a lot more countries jumping in as well. And as usual with these, we've done the last few times with stuff where we have covers or fan arts. If anybody wants to follow along with us, just feel free to go over to our YouTube page. There's probably two versions of this video. The one that's title says with pictures will include all these covers that we'll be looking at. If not, hopefully Justin Sheta's description of the cover will work for you if you're doing audio only.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Okay, we'll try our best to describe it perfectly.
So here we go. We're going to start with the first cover. Now, with the US cover, it kind of goes all the way front and back. So instead of just showing you the picture that's only the front, I found a picture that's the entire thing. So this covers both front and back, but you're not going to have the normal like text and stuff on there. But this is the first United States cover.
There we go. That's fucking badass.
Mm-hmm. Ooh.
I'm sold. Okay, we got
Yes.
some night dude pointing a sword at a cavernous giant desert. There's lightning up in the distance, huge storm thing. There's another dude way in the background. You got some, what the fuck are these, onions or some shit behind him?
Onions.
He's got like a little night pole with a little flag on it. It's pretty badass. Colors are all pretty.
That's true. They are onions. This
Are
is
they?
definitely giving like, well, it's not. It's like fantasy onions. It's some kind of plant pod, but it's giving such sword and sorcery vibes with it being all painterly.
Yeah, like old school fantasy, not this lame
Yeah.
modern graphic shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
UK.
I appreciate the painterliness of it and the scope. It looks like they're like either gonna duel or fight in this storm or fight with storms. Something. Or just like giving the manly nod to each other as they enter the storm. But it also has that sci-fi element in it still. Like it doesn't look like Earth. It looks like an alien planet terrain.
Well, wouldn't you call that a fantasy element more than a sci-fi element where it doesn't look like Earth
For me,
because it's a
it's the
fantasy world?
jutting. It's the jutting. Like kind of the rocks. The structures are like kind of alien feeling and not like
You mean like that
fantasy.
heavy metal Star Wars blend between sci-fi and fantasy? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, like it's not straight up fantasy where it's like Rivendell and like, just like naturey. It's kind of like scary. And also the plants look really alien-y to me.
If those guys are about to duel, Shada, that would be very badass.
Yeah.
Because they are very far away from each other.
We speak with thunder.
Yeah, this is not what this is not what I expected. This is a lot more badass than what I expected.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see if the other covers continue that trend or not.
Yeah. This is very exciting. And I like the font too. It feels very sword and sorcery in old school fantasy. Like when they say kings, they mean like Arthurian kings. I hope. We'll see.
One fun thing with this cover is, it's art by Michael Whalen, where he's done a lot of
Oh.
art and stuff like this. Like I was looking up to see what you guys might recognize. Like he did the covers for The Gunslinger and The Dark Tower.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I know the exact ones you're talking about.
Yep.
Well, there you go.
He did Bad Out of Hell 2 for Meatloaf's album. That one, I know that cover. But yeah, he's done like over 350 books and magazines.
Yeah, dude, that first Gunslinger cover was why I started reading the books. It just looked so cool.
Mm-hmm. You hire the right man for the job, and
Mm-hmm.
there you go. I'm really
excited. Does he
excited.
do the interior art too?
For this, no.
No, for Gunslinger.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah?
Yep. Whalen provided covers and interior illustrations.
That's badass.
The Del Rey edition of H.P. Lovecraft's short story collections. But yeah, he's done a lot of covers. Probably a lot more that I've seen that not on this.
Dude, I own this book too, the H.P. Lovecraft one. Yeah, that's hilarious. Yeah, I found this at a half-price books once. I had no idea that I knew this guy so well.
Intimately.
No, he did the Last Wheel of Time cover. All right, so let's move on. So now we're going to go to the graphic audio, where this one, the graphic audio was split into 5 parts. So this is part 1.
Oh, God, what the fuck is this? We got some dude with blue eyes holding a spear, all horizontal with a blue ribbon coming off. He's glowing with blue light.
He's got elven script on his forehead.
You think so? Yeah, I can see it.
Yeah, like Dragon Age elf makeup.
Yeah. Yeah, he does look like a modern video game character design, which does not get my hopes up for this book anymore.
Got that perfect scruff on his face.
Yeah, the non-manly scruff on his face.
Yeah, like I totally did this on purpose.
I don't just wake up like this.
Yeah. This is interesting. Yeah.
Interesting. Why?
This is just kind of how Brandon Sanderson books seem to go for me, where I think it's something I know, but then I see another piece and I'm like, oh no, this is new. I haven't seen this.
Oh, like different than previous ones?
No, like when we see the covers, that first cover, I think I have an idea about what kind of book it's going to be. And then I see this guy and he looks like he's from Rebels. And he's like,
yeah, I can see it. That's yeah.
Like, oh,
now
okay.
You got me pumped.
Yeah.
All right, now part 2 of the graphic audio.
Okay, that's more in line with the other cover.
Yeah.
I like this. Giant sword, giant armor, badass looking dude. This is what I want to read.
Soul Calibur custom character that you made with all the biggest pieces.
Yeah, exactly. Just to make the biggest dude you could. All right, I'm sold again.
All right, now part 3 of the graphic audio.
All right, now we got a redheaded girl in robes holding a book in a library. I'm down the middle on this one. This is right between those 2 pictures.
He does this a lot. He combines all these elements. She's wearing like a Chin Pao Chinese dress.
You think so?
But she looks like an Irish lady.
Kind of like a Scottish dress to me.
Sorry,
yeah, Irish. You're right, not Scottish. like a
Maybe,
medieval.
but the sleeves look
yeah.
like a geisha dress sleeve.
I think they had big sleeves too. I did an art of that
Yeah,
once.
they do. They do. But I guess I'm just thinking of Emperor's Soul when when I see these. But then also
Yeah, they got.
Saves It also
I'm
has
looking it up. They've
these
got
kind of
huge
elements.
sleeves.
I'm not saying that the Irish didn't have sleeves. I'm saying that
I didn't say that they did as my counter. You know,
just
the
saying.
Irish also have sleeves, idiot.
No, they were anti-sleeves. Yeah, no. Saying Saves It also like his people and the look of them were kind of like this, like kind of a vague scramble of a bunch of stuff. So it's interesting. This is where we're gonna archive.
Yeah, so it looks like the library thing is going to be true. And the lightning powers. It looks like he has storm powers in this first picture, so.
Yeah.
All right, on to part 4 of the graphic audio.
Jesus. All right, now we got a shifty looking dude in a robe pulling out some kind of electricity sword. Like an Assassin's Creed guy with an electricity sword. That's how I'd describe this.
I didn't think he looked shifty. He has a white hood on, so that
He's got a
he's a
hood
hero
covering his eyes obscured in shadow. You don't think that's
because he's a
shifty?
monk. He's a monk or a Jedi.
All right.
Eh? Not everyone who's hiding is evil,
I'm
Justin.
going to say if I lived in the Star Wars timeline in that time, I'd think Jedi were pretty shifty. I would have fully supported Emperor Palpatine.
They
Emperor
were
Palpatine also
mysterious.
wore a hood that covered his eyes.
Yeah, he did that because they scarred him when they attacked him. Because he was trying to keep democracy alive and they were trying to get rid of it.
Yes, Justin
not
is an
his
emperor
fault.
apologist as well. Predictably.
That's not even true.
All right, and now we'll go on to part 5 of the graphic audios.
All right. We got like yeah, how do I even
We've got
describe this? Like a
Thane from
shell
Mass
person?
Effect.
Yeah, like some kind of shell alien dude or girl, I can't
Justin,
tell, with dreads. What's that? Like a crab person?
you
And they
forgot
got
to
like
say it's a sexy alien.
yeah, I don't know about that. They
It's
got some kind of desert sword thing going, and they're in the desert. Looks like they're the fish people, but ironically, it's dry here, and then the humans use water magics up here. That's what I've put together.
does look more like a lizard person. A
He's
desert
got this
lizard.
shell.
Are we
He
gonna
looks
have
like a
aliens
lobster.
in here for the first time?
It wouldn't be an alien. It'd just be like the Kunari, or like elves. That's true. There
Oh, I
haven't been a
see.
lot of different races. You're
There
right,
hasn't been
actually.
anything like that.
Yeah, that's true.
They're all just
Oh,
human.
there's been like no, those were artificially made. Yeah, I guess you're right.
This is pretty cool.
I don't know, weren't
Aliens.
Atlantrians kind of a different thing, or they
He
had a
just
different
had different
bloodline, right?
people, but like this looks like a
These
normal guy, but he's an alien.
Lantrians just had a lot of magic power because they were
Was
humans
that it?
turned into that.
Okay, okay. Then yeah, that's interesting.
All right, so next we're going to go over to the UK.
No, we can skip this.
So
I always hate the UK covers. I hate them so goddamn much, and I don't have expectations here. Let me guess. It's some kind of stupid swirl of color on a white background. Let's see.
all right, so UK, they split the book into 2 parts. So this is part 1.
Wow, what a surprise! At least
Man,
they drew a picture for this one, though. It's
get
not
rid of
some
that
vague
font.
shape. It's just a night dude. What's that?
So just get rid of that font. I just hate
Yeah,
it.
and that
It's been
ugly ass
used like
font.
every time.
This is
It's
my
really
favorite
bad.
UK cover so far. But God, I would never read this book.
Yeah, it's like a pencil charcoal drawing of a knight,
Mhm.
but with the same kind of red, like
Well, they pick one
accent.
wispy color for every book as the accent color.
You know,
Usually it's
every
just like
series.
a building. Yeah, series.
I thought that was just for like Mistborn, but
No, it was every single
it's
one. Yeah.
everywhere.
Yeah.
This is
So I think,
this is what Brandon Sanderson looks like in the UK. This is the style of him there.
Yeah, because I think Mistborn was blue for the color they had, and that was all the Mistborn books. Elantris was green. Warbreaker was...
Dude, I don't need to walk down UK memory lane here. I hate these covers.
All right.
The fact that
Well-
this is the best one just because my expectations were so low.
Well, here's part 2 of The Way of Kings in the UK.
Yep.
Same kind of thing, different drawing.
Another night guy, wispy red above him, super weird. I don't know how to describe those better than that.
It's kind of artsy and like vague.
Yeah, artsy and vague, just like the UK. Am I right, guys?
Oh, Justin, don't say that.
I don't
You're
even
gonna
know
lose
that
all our
that means
UK fans.
anything. I don't need. If this is the kind of book you read in the UK, we don't need you.
Oh my gosh.
No, I'm going to be honest. If it was these two covers and I'd never seen any previous UK covers, I'd have no problems with them because at least there's a guy on them. So I will give these for the first time ever a passing grade. UK listeners, I will apologize to you. You are allowed to
like this.
read this book. I will allow you to read this book.
Justin has given permission.
Yes.
All right. And then there was one more UK cover. Then they also had a version that was a one-part version. So it's not split. It's everything in one book. I don't know if this was published at the same time or at a later date, but this is the one book version.
Hmm.
I'm going to let you
Okay.
take this one.
Well, it's the same motif, like black and white with the red accent color. But we have a whole silhouetted army in that same kind of deserty landscape with fog and mist around them. They look like they're waiting to go into a fight. That's pretty cool. The
Yeah,
angle's
this
very
one's
cool.
good. I like this one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, they got better and better. Maybe they're improving. But they still have the same font, which I hate so much. Like,
Yeah, I don't like the font either.
All right. Now we're going to go to Ukraine.
we have a badass knight guy in a photo collage type style
Yeah, the
with
styles
lightning in
of
the
not.
background.
The style is not for me. It's kind of like those previous night covers, except a lot more awkward looking.
Man, I'm always like, how do people get these jobs? Or, okay, not
It's
to be
the
mean.
best artist in Ukraine, apparently. That's how they do it.
Stop that! Why you hate what? Blame the whole country.
Well, look at our
for this
best artist in America here at the top. It's fucking amazing. Compare
Yeah.
that to the best artist in Ukraine down here. Come on. Plus, it's better than I can paint, that's for sure. But I would not buy this book. However, this one looks a lot less fantasy. It looks more like a normal medieval fantasy book or medieval book. You know what I mean?
Just historical fiction.
Yeah.
There's no thing indicating anything special about it.
Yeah, nothing magical or weird. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, now we'll go to Taiwan.
Yes. Fucking badass. We got a night guy close up on his head. He's looking down, so his eyes are obscured. He's wearing a helmet that looks like it's got like blood and water on it. He's actually manly grizzled, unlike that other guy was. Looking down all serious. This is badass as fuck.
It's really
Yeah,
cool.
dirt too. Yeah, it's super dirty. This guy's been in the shit, man. And he's like, he needs to look down in pain at the horrors he has inflicted upon his enemies. That's what I see.
Fatigued. How long will this Stormlight War go on?
Yep. How many more men must I kill for the Stormlight Archives? Yep.
This is yep.
All right. Next, we're gonna go.
I like that it's got English under the other language. I think that looks badass.
Yeah. I like seeing that. Like, I'm not gonna do it. Never mind.
All right. Next, we're gonna go with Russia. Now, there were two different Russian covers, and each of them said like a different publishing house. So I don't know if they were different years or why there were two different publishers of The Way of Kings, but this is the first one.
Sorry. We got a really short guy in armor on this one. Holding a large staff. Yes, he is. Look where his legs start.
Oh. Stop.
He's got a long staff with like a big purple flag. He's got a sword up front. He looks badass otherwise. Big city in the background. Is that another rocky cliff face? I guess that's going to be a thing. Fire too. Pretty badass. This looks like the Soul Calibur character you made thinking he looked pretty cool, but later you look and he did not. You gave him Hilde's fighting style too.
Yeah. And you put it on the child size and the slider all the way.
Yeah,
to
you
the
set
left.
him too short by accident, so he doesn't look as yeah, because you wanted to make your other guy look taller. It just didn't work out, and you delete him. Very specific reference. If anyone can follow that train, very niche commentary there.
Yeah. You also spend too many hours making custom Soul Calibur characters,
Yeah, yeah.
and you know.
All right. Now the second Russian cover.
There we go.
Okay, we have another knight guy with a lightning sword and flag, standing on a rocky cliff with like 1, 2, 3 swords, with 2 swords in the ground. Oh, do they put the sword in the ground to collect the lightning? That would be cool.
You called it, Sheta. You called it.
This is they cook their swords up on the cliffs like this.
Yep, that's it.
Oh, there's another sword in the back, and there's a lady
Yep.
in the back. She has a lightning sword as well.
Lightning again. Yeah, this one's much cooler. Joe, my theory is they put out that first cover, nobody bought it, so they commissioned the same cover but more badass, and then everyone bought it. Yeah, this one's fucking cool. I like this one.
Yeah.
This actually feels a lot like that first American cover, too. Like where you're on these weird rocky cliffs with these huge chasms and there's crazy
Storms.
lightning in the background.
Yeah.
Night.
I was like, is it wise to be in metal armor where the storm is happening?
On a cliff while there's a
On a
storm?
cliff,
Probably not.
Holding a staff. Maybe, you know what? This is all purposeful. This is probably
maybe.
how you charge your powers up. So that's why they are nice.
Ride the lightning.
You're gonna be like, no, you're stupid. This is smart to do.
It's just a good photo op.
Take the picture quick.
Yeah.
All right. So next we're going to go to France. In France, like others, it's split into part 1 and part 2. So this is the cover for part 1.
So we got
Mad
more of the
Max
desert and
vibes.
rocky chasms. Yeah, it's epic. This guy looks like he's walking the plank to go into this big hole to be put in the Sarlacc pit. He's wearing like a net thing on his back. How would you describe what he has on him, Shita?
It looks kind of like a parachute harness, actually.
Yeah, but one that got let out already.
Yeah. Maybe he's jumping into the cliff to get something. Like cliff diving.
He's got like a makeshift old-timey shitty parachute thing. Is that it?
Well, I don't think it's a parachute. I think it's like a harness so he can a bungee.
Yeah.
So he can bungee down into the crevice to grab some lightning.
Yeah, maybe.
But the structure seems really specific, so I hope we find out what it is because it's all designed and stuff. But yeah, middle of the desert again.
All right. Now it's time for France part 2.
Oh yeah, we forgot to say that it's the character from behind. We're seeing behind them. They're looking out into a landscape. So this is the same kind of thing, but with the red-haired woman in her blue dress. And she's got some sick-ass heels on.
Yeah, long blue dress looking out at like some kind of like desert city. Looks like Batal in Dragon's Dogma 2. That's my reference for it, even though I'm sure there's a better real life reference. A lot of desert out there.
Yeah, it's those buildings with the flat rooftop that you can run across like Aladdin. So there's going to be a city, which is interesting.
Why wouldn't there be a city?
Because before it was just desert.
It's all desert, nothing.
All right. Next, we're going to be going to Denmark. So Denmark, like the others, split into 2 parts. So this is part 1.
Well, this is just like a boringer version of the last cover. With a guy standing there looking at a desert from behind, except he's nondescript. And it looks like he's looking at a fairy in the distance.
It is. A little fairy. Or maybe the fairy's next to him and she's just small.
That would be a horrible composition if that was the case. Because you'd want her a lot closer. Otherwise, it looks like she's miles away.
This is just Link in Ocarina.
Hey, listen.
There's a storm coming.
All right. And then next will be Denmark part 2.
Oh, yeah, this one's cooler. You got a frickin' Mortal Kombat dude there with a giant staff. He's looking at a bunch of bodies in the distance. A golden armor dude is turning back. There's a bunch of wispy shit coming out of this dude's spear. It's all misty everywhere. This is badass as hell.
the gold guy's like, I'm gonna kill this last dude.
Yeah,
And the
yeah,
other's
the
like,
last
no,
dude's
you're
alive, you're
not.
right. Yeah.
Yep. Because I've
Oh,
got this wispy spear.
I hope this golden dude's a main character. I want to read this book.
I killed your entire army. Surrender.
Mm-hmm.
All right. All right. Next, we're going to go to Germany. Same thing, split into 2 parts. So this is part 1.
What the fuck? Oh, I see it. It's a little red cape guy on a giant cliff from far away overlooking waterfalls, right, Sheta?
Yes, that's what I see also.
But it also just looks like the cover's been ripped.
Oh, that's funny. I'm sure they didn't intend that illusion, but that's funny.
All right. And then Germany part 2.
Well, the same guy standing on a different cliff somewhere else over a cavern.
Yeah. I like these landscapes though.
Yeah, it seems like we're going to get a lot of caverns, canyons, and desert, which will be fun.
All right. So next, we're going to be going with China.
God, they
Dang.
can't help themselves but turn this into something super cartoony, huh?
It's that same kind of stained glass window style
Uh-huh.
graphic art with a bunch of the army that wears the red stuff, the red cloaks. But they look like monsters, or they're climbing up, and then these blue knight guys are defending it heroically. These are kind of interesting to try to figure out what the book is about because they illustrate it more cartoonily for us.
Well, we've
Like what it's
consistently
gonna be
had a
about.
guy with a spear and a sword and a little flag
Yeah.
off of it on like almost every cover.
Like, you shall not enter this castle.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's cute.
And the Kolos are attacking.
Yeah. Just climbing up the cliffs like.
Yeah, these weird shaggy monkey men. That's what they look like to me.
Uh-huh. Like, well, they all have this kind of shaggy hair and beard.
Oh my god, they're on the planet of the apes. That was deserty too. It all makes sense.
Wow.
All right. Now we'll go to Bulgaria. Once again, book split into 2 parts. So here's part 1.
Oh, is this the golden armor guy? Is he going to be a good guy? Kind of got like a Reed Richards hair guy and a giant golden armor back to back with Siegfried behind him. And their soul are dynasty warriors in a bunch of these. It's those red cloak monkey guys, but they're not monkeys here. They're like
Dwarves.
this guy's bald like that.
They look
Yeah,
like
like dwarves almost. Yeah.
And I realized I was mistaken. This was the original printing for Bulgaria. They got a new printing with a different color cover. That's what the second one was.
And you say he's wearing gold armor, but he has the blue cloaks on, and he has the wiggly sword. So I think he's the blue.
Oh, you think the light's just hitting his silver armor? Is that it?
I mean, yeah. Well, no, I think that could be his special armor. I think it might still be the same armor guy.
Well, you're assuming these 2 guys are the 2 guys from the Chinese cover, right?
Yep. It's Ken and Ryu.
Ken and Ryu, yeah, it looks just like him, especially Ryu.
That blonde guy looks just like Ryu or Ken back
He
there.
looks like Siegfried from Soul Calibur.
Oh
He's
yeah,
even got that. Yeah, he doesn't look like frickin' Ken.
that's a Ken yellow blonde, if anything.
Very unique hairstyle.
The length as well.
Yeah.
All right. So next will be the newer Bulgarian cover. It looks like this printing was from 2024.
Oh, here's Ezra again.
Well, you called it, Shada. The fairy is small, because on this one it's right next to him. And it's small. Yeah, we've got this dude covered in blue magic, all shirtless with blue shit, like vein shit. He's got a little fairy girl flying next to him. Like 50 arrows have missed him all around, but he's running forward all badass. Bunch of
50
mountains
red
in the
arrows.
background. Yeah, red arrows. Yep, you're right.
From the
You're right.
dwarves. Yep.
Mm-hmm. The monkey men.
It's red versus blue.
This one looks a lot like your standard like video game cover.
That's Cortana.
Yeah, that's Gordana. They put a dress on her nowadays.
Now we'll go to Poland. So this is the hardcover version of the book.
Hell fucking yeah.
Okay, it's a big dude in big armor. And he's got a big sword.
No. It's dark, spiky armor. Looks super spooky with those big, like, creepy bat things they have on dark armors. It's all dark. He's got these red gems on his sword and body. They're all glowing with blood red. He's got a giant like red background. It's fucking badass.
He does look like a big gothic vampire knight. That's what I would describe
Yep.
him as.
Yeah, badass.
So this may be the big bad.
I hope this is the protagonist.
This is Wraithen. This is not the protagonist.
No, this is like Nightmare.
Yeah.
This is what you think your Soul Calibur character looks like. That's how I describe this. The previous one is what one of Sheta's Soul Calibur characters looks like.
Oh,
shirtless dude.
Okay,
with a
that's
jumping
fair.
around.
That's fair.
All right. Now the paperback version of Polish. Okay, the Polish paperback version. There we go. Correct grammar.
Another knight. A little more generic.
Normal size
just a knight
sword.
with a sword. Yeah.
Looking forward, he's like pledging an oath to something. Looks like there's confetti around him.
Pledge
Maybe
my
it's his
life
birthday.
to the lightning on this birthday day of my birth.
Not as cool as that previous one. I don't understand why you would go this direction after that first one.
Well, you'd spend more money on the hardcover version.
I don't know, on the cover? Usually there's some pretty good paperback covers.
No, I just meant literally when people are buying a book, they'd be spending less money to buy a hardcover.
Oh, so they want to incentivize me to buy this hardcover version. I see.
Maybe.
This is one of the few times I may pay more money for a better cover. But that's only if this is in the book. I know some of these other country covers just make shit up that has nothing to do with it.
All right. Now let's go to Japan, where theirs got split into 3 parts.
Oh, I wonder what this is going to look like.
Here's Japan number 1.
Not what I expected at all. The last few, they just had like a light novel cover. This is like, what's it called? What's that one where they wear the armors?
Series.
Saint Seiya?
Yeah, this looks like Saint Seiya, yeah.
Except for they have like crystallized armor.
Yeah, they have stuff like that in there. Yeah, he's got a silver and gold armor, crystallized, yeah. They're giants.
So cute.
Standing on this mountain, they got these flags everywhere, space in the sky behind. Dude, this better be the book. This is fucking awesome. If this isn't the book, I will write this book because this looks kick-ass.
I wonder how the armor will be described because we've seen just straight up like Arthurian, European, old-timey armor.
Yeah.
And then like knight armor, and then now we have this, which is like a weird sci-fi, like Japanese sci-fi armor made of crystals. I think it will be made of crystals.
It's just generic armor and they're just going crazy with it.
Yeah, but I think it will be made of a special material. I don't think it's straight up armor either.
All right, now let's go to Japan cover number 2.
What? This looks like an 80s video game.
Oh my.
You got a naked chick floating in space. Her hair is like pooling off like water or
it's
galaxies.
On fire.
Yeah, it's also on fire. There's fire everywhere in the background.
She looks like she's at a concert where they all have their lighters up.
I don't know about that, but
it kind of makes me think a little bit of like Devilman.
Yeah, maybe. It's
not exactly.
Weird. These look like both of these look like they're like harkening back to an older style of Japanese stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then Japan number 3.
And you got Fist of the North Star here. This hot, shirtless dude, JoJo's eyes, glowing wisps behind him, long hair, holding a staff. Quite a bulge, if I'm being honest. Incredibly rendered nipples. This is pretty badass. All 3 of these have been badass.
Yeah,
dude, I'm going to be so disappointed if this isn't the book.
I mean, if you match this up with all our other stuff, this is probably the Ezra character.
Yeah, we got our shirtless guy with magic coming off of him.
This is our redheaded girl.
Has been across all, librarian girl.
Guys.
And then armor guy with a staff and mountains.
We have gold armor, silver armor guy.
That's true.
All right, next we're going to go to Saudi Arabia. Their book got split into 2 parts as well. So this is part 1.
I love this so much.
Wow.
A gold armor dude from behind, blue cape flowing. His sword is pointed at what looks like a mountain, but it's actually one of the bugs from Starship Troopers attacking him. It looks fucking badass.
No way, that's freaking Helldivers. Like the one.
Yeah, you're right. They're too small for Starship Troopers.
Yeah.
He's doing a Helldivers mission.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, this is fucking cool. I like this. Have we seen a Saudi
Um,
Arabian cover before?
I
don't think so.
think so.
Yeah, I don't know what their style is, so it's interesting to see.
All right. And then part 2 of Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, then we got our stick guy with the little vest standing from behind, looking over at a gigantic cartoon fantasy storm with all these weird ass colors over a desert landscape. That's been a consistent image.
Yeah. I like these storms though. They look like cotton candy. The
They
colors are
do. And
pretty.
he's still got his little fairy too
Yep.
next to him.
Have they made any Brandon Sanderson video games?
No.
I feel like they
There
should.
There was some early development on like a Mistborn game, but that I don't think went far.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So next we're going to go to Hungary. So they had so their book got the same thing split into 2 parts. So we have 2 from the original printing and then I guess this year with 2 new covers. So this is part 1 of that initial publication.
Dang, there's a monster again. Giant crab monster.
Hell yeah. Oh, fuck yeah.
If it's not, then this is either a lie or a spoiler. Like,
I love the dude. Did 3 armor dudes find a crab monster? One guy's just holding one of the frickin' pincers up from hitting the little golden guy on the ground.
how heavy is that to hold up, I wonder?
Pretty fucking heavy, I'd imagine.
All right. And then part 2 of the Hungary first publication.
Hey, so we got that same, like, plank thing walking off of into a little cavern we saw before. Or into an abyss. With our vest guy.
So it is a thing.
Yeah, he's holding a spear. He's going to fight this whole red army all on his own. Looks like they're samurais in this picture.
They do. Samurais or ninjas. Ninja samurais.
And he's still got his fairy with him.
He's just gonna go at an army with a spear? Like,
Yep. Spear and some glowy blue magic electricity shit.
oh my gosh. Unless you're Thor, this is not gonna work. Like, maybe he is Thor.
He could be. It's interesting, in every cover, the fairy girl has had a dress on, too.
Yeah.
All right. And then we'll go. Now, this is the 2025 printing of Hungary, part 1.
Now, this looks like a video game cover. Okay, so he's fighting a giant crab dude. Why are so many of these a dude from behind looking at something?
Yeah, it seems to be the style.
Yeah, badass blue cape, badass armor, giant crab guy running at him.
Yeah. The size of the monster is pretty big, but it's kind of changed a lot too from cover to cover. How big is it? Seems like armor and swords are going to be a really big part of these.
Yeah, for sure.
Weapons. So, because you got the spear, and we have the swords, and we have the gold and silver armors.
All right, and then now will be part 2 of the 2025 Hungary publication.
And he beat it looks like. And he's just standing there looking all badass as shit.
I did it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so that's all the covers we have to look at. So I'll ask you, out of these, what's your favorite cover? What's your least favorite one?
Favorite is definitely Droga Krolau Arkuim Burjowego Schwatlia Tom 1, for sure. That one's fucking badass.
Oh, the Polish hardcover.
Yeah.
It's probably between the first one, the American cover, and then also the is it Korean or Chinese one with the guy in the helmet in the close up? He's got like
Taiwan.
Taiwan. Okay,
yeah,
yes,
I agree. I'm almost tied with that one too. That one's so cool.
That's just for coolness. It doesn't really tell you what the book is going to be about, but I just like that one.
My least favorite is the graphic audio. I hate that one. It's so lame. No, I like the armor guy and the girl. The other 3 I think are lame as shit.
They do look like shitty D&D inside art.
Yeah, and I think that's too generous. They look like free phone game art to me.
Oh, okay. I think I hate that one with the dwarf that only made fun of the proportions on.
Russian.
Yeah, also because like the flag is like a pinkish purple color when it's been red or blue this whole time. It just gives it such a weird random vibe. It looks like bad AI art to me. Like,
Well, you said red or blue. He's just joining both of them to get purple.
yeah, maybe he's like, I'm purple. We should unite. Maybe.
I am also a huge fan of the Japanese covers, though. I just feel those aren't going to be as reflective of what the story's actually about.
All right. So now let's do what we normally do, and now I'll ask you two, out of the covers that you've seen, what is the plot of this book, beginning to end?
Huh. Okay. It's gonna be about one kingdom, the Blue Kingdom, specifically, they are in charge of the Stormlight Archives, which tell you how to use the lightning power, which is when you stick your sword in the ground on a cliff and it harnesses the power of lightning. And then you have the native people, which is all the people, the dwarf people in the red, and they are trying to come and storm the archives and take that power. And then you have naturally conduits, or people who are conduits for the lightning, like the shirtless guy with the fairy. He was born in a storm or something, like Powder, and he has the ability to channel the lightning through his body. And he's going to be a big character
Why is he going to be a big character?
because he can do stuff with the lightning that is maybe ancient or new. And he's gonna also be for sharing the power to the world, but for a third reason. I feel like both sides of the army are gonna be kind of bad, but he's gonna stop it and be like, we need to change things. And the red-haired lady is gonna be like, I agree with you.
That's her whole role in the book.
No, but she'll be trying to do it from the inside, and then they will team up, maybe with the gold armor guy, you know?
Hey, I think this knight guy we keep seeing, he's from the kingdom in the desert. That's from far away. We don't see the kingdom. They've been sent out here to find the ancient Stormlight Archives, right? Which are out in this desert that's died and been lost to time. And there's this eternal storm that makes it dangerous. But all these red dudes, this army of red, bald, evil monk guys lives out there. And they're like psychotic blood tribe people. They're all messed up. They have their own weird dark king too. No, they don't have a king. Otherwise we would have seen them on here. And these blue knight guys are kind of like crusaders. They're out killing them. And so there's a war between the two. But both of them want the Stormlight Archives for nefarious purposes. Just the night guys are less nefarious. The shirtless dude, he used to be one of the night guys, but he left because he didn't like something they were doing. And he's not looking for any of this. He's just trying to get by. Or he's trying to find it to destroy it or something. And this fairy is
I feel like that's his mom for some reason.
not in my version.
His mother,
mine,
who
it's
was a fairy and gave him the fairy
the
powers.
well of magic he found, the lightning magic or wisp magic, she comes from that and has attached herself to him. And there's a lot of giant bugs out here, of course. That's a huge danger. And the lady, she lives in the archive. She's one of the ancient peoples who are left in the Stormlight Archive. They'll find her later in the book, or we'll see her getting pressed for info or something. I have nothing for this hooded guy. I have no godly idea who he is. There's a crab person out there, but they're not going to do much. Then most importantly, at the end, our shirtless guy is going to be pushed off this cliff to go search for the Stormlight Archives in the abyss of the crab people's lairs. And that's why he has to go in there. But it's while everyone's trying to get it at the same time. And if he doesn't get it first, something bad will happen. To be continued.
All right, now, this is a series. So what are the rest of the books about? What's the plot of the whole series?
Oh,
They find the Stormlight
what
Archive.
series mean? 3 books? 5 books? Or don't tell me. Yeah, don't tell me.
They're going to find it, the Stormlight Archives, and then they're going to be like, you need to take this power in you, or you need to destroy it. They thought they needed to destroy it, but then when the girl gets stabbed, then the shirtless guy is going to be like, you're right, I'll take the power to save her. That's the right thing to do. But then when he does, a voice will say, "I'm free," and then it'll come out of the Stormlight
Hey,
Archive
you're just
into the
copying
sky.
it.
And then everyone will be like, "Oh no, what a twist!" Yep. And anything not written in lightning can't be trusted. That's my theory on that sequel.
You're stupid.
Why? I think the context is here.
That sounds vaguely familiar.
Well, there's going to be a little crossover in all authors' works,
He would not immediately, or not immediately, but write this again.
I don't think it's exactly the same. I think it's a little different.
I think that, yeah, I don't know. I think it might be a slow burn. Like, I don't think we're going to actually see too much fighting yet, and that it will just be kind of like build up in politics. Because it's called Way of Kings, so I think there's going to be like 4 armies and all their kings in their ways.
We got 2 armies. Who are the other 2?
Well, the rebels army, and
Who's the
then
rebels?
the shirtless guy with the fairy.
Oh, he gets
They
an
will
army?
be,
Okay.
yeah, but it will be like a fairy army, like, And then we forgot about the crab people.
I didn't.
Yeah, that will be one too. They will have a king as well. So crab people army, blue army, red army, and rebel army.
All right. Anything else either of you two want to predict for this book?
I predict that some of these covers are going to have nothing to do with the book, but more are going to than previous books.
I predict that redhead is gonna get with shirtless guy.
In this first book or eventually?
Eventually.
Eventually.
And I thought of a new question that's going to be incredibly stupid. How about we have you guess the name of the red-haired girl and the shirtless guy?
What? No!
Yeah, you're right. That was stupid.
Named Foe, and the redhead is going to be named Kililandrasa. There's my names, based on everything I've seen.
Oh, yeah. How
Sheta?
can you guess? His names are so weird.
Sheta?
Okay.
What's your guess?
Red hair, it will be called Mara Beth. And then
God.
the shirtless guy will be called Jadar.
Oh no. Oh, those...
And then the gold armor will be called Chromis.
Oh yeah, that one's good. The gold armor guy in mine is called Sklark Tarafar the Third.
Oh wait,
All right.
and the crab guy will be called
the Deep.
Tonkafu is the crab.
Tonkafu. Now that's a pretty solid name, shit. I like that one.
Yeah.
Your last 2 were good. I like them. You were improving as you went. I would hate the character named Tonkafu, but it totally sounds like a name. My crab guy's name is Krabby Joe.
Now, what would you say if I told you that one of you was correct on one of the names?
Yeah, I think you were lying. That's what I think.
Oh shit.
Which one was it? Please, Joe, tell us which one was right.
It was Sheeta's armor guy.
Which was what, Joe? Since you know it was correct.
Yeah.
Chromis.
Yeah, Chromis was my favorite. I like that.
Yeah.
No, they were all wrong.
Oh.
Dang.
Okay. So if we have no more predictions, then we'll just jump over and I'll read a couple of comments and stuff we've gotten on some episodes. So first comment, this one's from Elantris, chapters 28 through 35. From OperateNL. I was hoping Deloff was a double agent when he was in the sewers. Sad he just tagged along, LOL. And then next will be from Emperor's Soul, prologue through 42. From Adel8. My character of the week is Joe, for his theory of everything is an elaborate plan.
I forgot we were in competition. Now
you'll know.
Yeah, Joe.
He doesn't count.
Yeah, Joe's not a real person.
Yeah, he's not a character. He's just the AI we turn on to host this thing.
Just kidding. Don't
Yeah,
be
just
silly.
kidding,
Joe
because
dog.
somebody believed that. Yep.
I'm Joe Doc. Joe organism designed only for commentate.
Yep.
All right. By now you'll know that's not what happened, but indulge for a second. This plot twist at the end. Turns out Shai was a devoted servant, even in love with the Emperor, but she knew that she couldn't recreate his soul after the attack. She would be tainted by her own desires. So she rewrites her own soul, comes up with this forger character, and explains the plan in deep detail to everyone in the castle. Only by being captive, against the wall and forgetting everything about her Emperor, could she accomplish the task. Maybe she even wrote that book herself, giving herself enough time and information to complete the stamp.
That's a badass one. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And then Reader Warrior. Are the Cowboys back? Gunshot. I guess not.
Hell yeah. Oh.
Yeehaw.
All right. Favorite YouTube channel besides Cosmere Connections and Shard of Opportunity would have to be either The Dunderheads, a Skyrim run, or Smiley, SMIYY, or SMI77Y. Something witty entertainment is good too. And so is Purple Eyes WTF Archive, the person who made Code Ment. Oof, favorite character of all time. This is going to be highly based on what I've watched recently. Haruma from iShield 21, since we are doing Star Wars, R2-D2, and President Bartlett from The West Wing.
I am ashamed to say I've not watched a single episode of West Wing, not once.
All right, then he's going through. Day 2. The Imperial Fool. Hate that guy. But he gave us this story, so can't hate him too much. Day 12. Introduction to Realmatics and the basis of all magic in the Cosmere. And you don't trust Sazed?
Who doesn't trust Sazed?
You?
Me? Why don't I trust Sazed?
Because I think that's where I was telling you the comment. You're like, I don't trust any of those epigraphs. It's written by Sazed. I don't trust it.
Yeah, how do I know?
You did say that.
I don't know, man. No, but then you corrected me. The epigraphs are the only thing you can trust.
Yeah. All right, and then day 30. Ironically, this book doesn't have a huge twist because Shai's trick to escape is being genuine. And so the book is fairly straightforward, especially when it comes to her and Gautona.
I think that's an interesting gimmick of it, because I think a lot of readers would expect a twist, just like we kind of did, you know?
Yeah, I think the twist was that there was no twist because he even set up all these things. Like people were asking her to put stuff into the seal, and like what's gonna happen? It's like nothing. He's actually gonna end up being a good guy, and no one gets screwed over. Like
yeah.
Oh, actually, they have a nice relationship and they learn lessons. You know?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
That's nice.
That's something I liked in it quite a bit.
Yeah, people like it.
Because it's just a nice, friendly book.
Yeah, we were ready to cringe or be like, no, like, don't have something awful happen. And it didn't.
Day 42. Ironically, times 2. It's not going to be an improvement that saves Shai, but the distraction of her improvements and deterioration of her bed. Shai can't make a door or ladder or a window out. Blood sealing, like soul stamping, is tied to the cognitive aspect of the object. The blood sealer tied her to the room, or the room's identity of itself, so as long as the room doesn't believe she left, the magic won't activate. That's why she can expand the room and be fine, since the room sees that expansion as part of itself, but if she made a new door, it would activate once she walked through.
I don't know, that sounds like a bunch of hooey to me. I just figured she couldn't leave the room. I never really questioned that much. But that sounds like hooey to me.
May sound like hooey, but it's all true.
That sounds like hooey. I'm with Galdone on this one.
But he started to understand it too, because he was learning the stuff.
He understood that it was art. That doesn't mean it's the same like hocus pocus she's describing.
All right, then from the theory section, I storm in love, Now You See Me, and can't wait for the new one. Magic and heist movie, love it.
Yeah, we were talking about that. Nice.
So people recreating art does not constitute as art? I hope you'll revisit this next episode, since Shai implies that it is not who made the painting that makes it art, but the work that goes into it, or how people view it.
Did we say that? I don't remember saying that. Is it art if you recreate? It is a different kind of art, that's what I would say. Because it takes a certain hand to be able to do such a thing. There is an art to copying, you know?
Yeah.
All right. And then the responses, and he says, well, Brandon does have free fall 7-layer burrito world planned for the Cosmere.
Let's do it. Let's fucking do it.
Right. And another comment by Ald Chad concerning not trusting Hero of Ages epigraphs. Those were written after Ruin died, so they wouldn't be changed by him.
We don't know who the next Ruin is. For all we know, Sazed goes evil.
Well,
there could be some evil replacement. That's very true. That's very true. But we have no idea what kind of horrors will come to this world next.
but we know when he wrote the books, it's the books they left for spooking them at the end. Unless you think
we
that
don't
he was
know.
evil
Dude,
at that point.
Dude, we don't know what happened. How do we know he wrote any of that? For all we know, somebody hijacked his voice. We don't know anything. Until I see him come down and say that, then I'm afraid for those poor people because I trusted those I trusted everything said in that book until they broke me there. I would be paranoid for life if I lived in that world.
All right. Next, from Emperor Soul, day 58 through the epilogue. Reader Warrior. See, I can't hate too many characters because I imagine a truly hateable character would make me want to end the story, but that's never really happened to me.
You didn't watch
then...
Arrow. Actually, I think you did probably watch Arrow. I know you watched some CW stuff. But yeah, that made me want to leave the story. Same with Scrappy Doo. That made me leave the story too. All my characters make me leave the story.
With Arrow, after I finished season 4, it took me years to go back and watch season 5. That's how pissed off I was at Felicity taking over the show. And then when I went back, I only half watched it. I had it on while I was doing other stuff.
Oh.
And continuing. And even then, I'd hate the writers rather than the character.
You can hate a character. I think hating a character is so different than hating a writer. You can hate both.
Day 55. A character being captured and enslaved due to a higher government official's plans to further themselves. Doubt we'll see that again in the Cosmere.
And in real life, that kind of thing never has happened in history. Luckily.
All right. And then epilogue. Hey, Joe, don't put yourself down. You explained Realmatics about as well as most people can. With the exception for Brandon and those freaks on the 17th Shard.
Fucking freaks, man.
17th Shard is like a big like Sanderson, Cosmere, like fan website group.
Are they freaks?
I don't know.
Yeah, they totally are, Sheta. I have it on good authority.
Oh.
I think it's just that they know so much and they understand the stuff very well.
Oh, I see.
And also he's probably joking because he likely knows some of them.
Okay.
No, I have it on good authority. He told me they were freaks. Right now in this comment.
All right. And then from the Cosmere check-in episode from Alcade 946. You all forgot to rate the magic potions that's one stoner guide made for Wraithen that turned people into fake Elantrians. I want more magic stoner potions.
I forgot about that one.
Stoner
that one
potions.
Gets an A+. That guy was one of the best characters.
Yeah, is he gonna come back? Is he Hoyd?
No.
No, he was not Hoyd. We saw Hoyd in that book.
He's stoner Hoyd. Oh man. I imagine Hoyd's gonna be like
you really amused yourself there.
He's gonna get stoner Hoyd, like cowboy Hoyd. You know, he's gonna be like multiverse Hoyd.
All right. So looking forward to next week, and I said it last week's episode, but I'll say it again. If anybody is just listening along with the audiobook for the Stormlight Archive, I highly recommend to also go buy either a physical copy or an ebook, because there's artwork that's in the book as well. There's some maps, there's some sketches of stuff as you go through. So that way, say if we go through like chapters 5 through 7, you'll listen to chapters 5 through 7 and then just flip through the book through those chapters just to see if there's any artwork included. But yeah,
Joe will get a small commission for everyone you buy, apparently.
Really?
No.
Yes, really, Sheta. Really?
Where's our cut of the commission?
You signed a contract saying you wouldn't get any.
Well, Justin, sadly, everyone's going to use the Honey app, so I'm not going to get any commissions.
Is that still a thing? I think that died.
I don't know. I think that one YouTube video died, and he's gotten so... Because it was supposed to be a part 1 of a 3-parter. But after that happened, he's been too busy with, I guess, different like lawsuits or like depositions or something like that. So he has not been able to release part 2.
He got sued for saying that stuff?
I don't know if he got sued, but he's been I'm going to assume the stuff he knew got included with other lawsuits, so he might not legally be able to say stuff.
Interesting.
And these are just guesses. I don't know. This is what guesses what other people were making, because it makes sense why he would not release part 2 when it's supposed to come out a couple
No, you
weeks
wouldn't be
later.
allowed to, yeah.
All right. So for the chapters for next week. So the beginning of this book is a little bit different, pretty interesting. So you have your normal acknowledgments and like forward. You can read them if you want.
No.
You can skip them if you want.
Can we not trust the acknowledgments?
Skip. I don't
As
read
I said, you can skip it
acknowledgements.
if you want. So the actual book will start off. It starts with a prelude. So it'll say prelude to Stormlight Archive. So you read that, and then you get the prologue.
That's weird.
Yep. So you have a prelude, then you have a prologue, and then chapters 1 to 2. That's what we're reading next. Prelude through chapter 2.
That just sounds greedy. Okay. Sounds good.
Yep. So let's throw out some plugs then.
Visit Sheta at Mermaid Machete or Sheta Low. If you want to see... Actually, Sheta has some new art up. Yeah. If you want to actually see new Sheta art, actually go look at her now.
Oh my god, you're right.
Yeah.
I have posted some art.
Yeah.
It was Sheeta
Russia.
_low.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, shit. Yeah, I fucked that up. The guy who just rushed out to find you there never found you. And that was it.
And if you want to see
don't ever let me do
Justin
that
art,
again.
go to Profanity Otter.
No! You got... Oh, you little cur. How
I
could
got
you?
back. No, it's Profanity Beaver. Just straight. No underscore. At Instagram, DeviantArt, and he has a Patreon. So there you go. Check it out.
And
Also has a lot of new art for the Monster Girl Inktober's that we've been doing.
All right. And then for Cosmere Chronicles, if you want to follow one of our social medias, they should be in the links below. If you want to email us, cosmerechronicles@gmail.com, leave comments, leave reviews, all that sort of stuff. And one other thing, I did it for Warbreaker, but this time I'll say it on the episode. For a little fun thing, I'm going to do a poll again. So on this episode on Spotify, on our Twitter, and on our YouTube, there will be a poll guessing which character will get the most favorite character of the week votes throughout the book.
That's funny.
I'll put on the 4 that I think are most likely to get the most votes, so people can choose who they think will pick. All right. So we got that. So everyone, as I said again, prelude through chapter 2 next week. So read those chapters and then also go out and you know what? Maybe
somebody's
also
mailbox.
Don't do that.
I was gonna say, go support some of the old Star Wars EU books, or what they're called now, Star Wars Legends books.
Mm-hmm. Courtship of Princess Leia. Start with that one.
No, don't start with that one. I always say, good place to start. Start after A New Hope. Go pick up either Scoundrels or Allegiance. All right. So go do that, everyone, and see ya. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.